Hello everybody, it's Rhonda Wade here. Welcome to my studio. I am going live today. Right from here, I'm in Ovid, Michigan, and today is going to be one of my online classes. So I have two I'm doing with this series, and in December, they are fun folds. Fun folds are definitely one of my favorites. I'm always looking for fun folds. Oh, welcome to my heater. It's obviously very cold here in Michigan where it's December. Anyway, today we're doing fun folds. I'm super excited about them. I actually like all year long. I'm always looking for fun folds, collecting them. Mostly I get them from swaps. I love to do swaps. Hello everybody, super excited to see you. This is the first time I've gone live in December, so I'll be live today. And I'll be doing 3 different projects, and then I'll be going live next Thursday as well, same time. So the last time I was live was in November. I did Christmas card classes. So I am really happy all of you are here, especially my 3 amigos. So glad. So I did something different for this class, and I'm really excited about it. I'm going to be trying it again for a couple of my online classes. So normally, this is how you get to participate today. So number 1 is you get to watch for free. Everybody does. I'm going to teach you how to make these cards, and then you can make them yourself at home using whatever product you want to. You can use whatever you want to at home. Or your option number 2 is that I will prepare these cards for you and send them to you. The cardstock will be cut. It will be ready for you to just assemble when it comes, and you'll have you'll have the video and you'll have the instructions. So for anybody who purchases the class, I send them step-by-step instructions with measurements. So that's an extra benefit when you order the class. So how do you order the class? You get it for free. You don't have to pay for it. So how I do my classes here actually in my studio and how I do them online is they are free when you purchase. So all you have to do is put in an order in my online store. So I will be sharing a link with you, and there's also a host code that you can use. Now today is super exciting. Stampin' Up! Has one day, just today, that there's free shipping. Now you can order anytime over the next 2 weeks using my link and my host code in my online store, and I will send you this class for free with the videos and the tutorials. But if you order today and your order is at least $75, then Stampin' Up's going to give you free shipping. So it's a one-day only sale, and it's just December 14th if you're watching this replay. But if you're watching this replay and it's December 20th and you place an order, then I'm going to send you the card pack for free. So, and not only do you get this for free, you'll get today's class and you'll get next week's class. I'm combining them together. So you'll get both classes for free. All the cards sent to you if you place your order, again, anytime from today until I put through December 22nd, or maybe the 23rd. So you have about 2 weeks, well, not quite. You have 10 days to place that order to get this free class sent to you. So that's how I run my classes, and I've been doing them online now for several years, and that's how I run them face-to-face too at my studio. So are you ready to jump in? One more thing. This time I did something different. I offered a craft along kit. So who out there that's watching, who got the craft along kit? I sent out about 30 of them. Now those people, Margot asked the host code. I'll post the host code, Margot. I've got it. I emailed it out today too, so if you're on my email list, I already sent out the code and the link, and then when I post this recording, I will add that to it. But the craft along kit is one that I did ahead of time. So I offered it 2 weeks ago. You only had 5 days to order it. And what I did was I prepped all of the cards for you. So you will have a little bag, and then each card that we're doing today is in an envelope. The card stock is prepped and ready for you too. Pam has one, Jennifer has one, Michelle, Trisha, Who else does? Again, there's about 30 of you. So, but we went through and actually sorted the cards, prepped them all. Like all the die cutting is done, all the labels are done. The only thing that you are going to have to do is cut the designer series paper, because in your craft along kit, you got a whole pack of paper, all of it. So you got an entire pack of the garden walk paper, which is retiring, but it's really cool. It has Christmas, spring, a little bit of everything. It even to me has some masculine, but it also has, you know, feminine. It's got something for everything. So love that. And that's why I chose it, is because I know it's December. So we're going to make a Christmas card today, but we're also going to make, you know, birthdays and other things too. Plus you got a quarter pack of the Hello Irresistible paper, which we're going to be focusing on that too. So if you got the craft along kit, you got the paper, the card kits, you got the dots, you got the ribbon, you got everything. And so hopefully you will enjoy crafting along with me today. So if you did not get the craft along kit, that's okay, you can't get it anymore. It's a one-time thing that I shipped out ahead of time. And hopefully everybody's arrived. I checked, and according to my records, everybody's did arrive. But you can still get this class, right? You just place your order and I'll send it to you for free. It just won't have all the extra stuff in it, but it'll have the what you need. All right, so are you guys ready to get started? Okay, I'm excited. This is the first time again that I've done this craft along, and I will be doing it again in January. We're gonna try it out. I think it's fun for a lot of you to have it ahead of time, already ready to go, already cut. So, and then obviously you can still watch today. If you missed that craft along kit, it's all right. You can still get the kit sent to you. It's just, it comes afterwards, right? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and turn you guys down to my work surface. So, so we can get started. Let's start with card number 1. I'm gonna start with the one Christmas card, and I'm gonna show it to you not Christmassy as well, so you can see that this bundle and the stamp set are not just Christmassy. So, this looks like it might be backwards. I could have swore I hit the button to flip it. I don't think it flipped, because that looks backwards to me. I'm sorry guys, I did hit the button. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe I hit it twice. Yes, I love the craft along kit. So next time I'll be doing lots of birthday cards in January, and I'll have a craft along kit for that too that will come out ahead of time. Anyway, so the focus of today's class and next week, we're using 2 specific products. Again, you could use a different one if you want to, but for those of you who want to copy mine exactly, I'm using the More Wishes stamp set, which is in the mini catalog, and it's carrying over. So if you want to purchase it, it will still be available, and you can use it. It'll move to like one of our online exclusives. So the More Wishes is great for Christmas, New Year, birthdays, any celebration. And I really love this font. That's actually why I picked it. I love this font. And then the other bundle I'm using is one that has been around for a couple months, but it went unorderable for a while, so I feel like a lot of people might not have gotten it. Or if you got it, then you'll have more reasons today to use it. So the Irresistible Blooms bundle was definitely one of my favorites. It's not in a catalog. It's only an online item. So if you just go to our online store and you type in Blooms or Irresistible, then it will pop up. And it is available now. So hello for that. Or hooray for that, I meant to say. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a Christmas card, but I'm gonna show it to you also not in Christmas. And again, all of this work will be done for you, but again, if you want to do it yourself, you can as well. We're gonna start off with a piece of our thick basic white, and I'm gonna fold this in half. This card, when I saw it, this was designed by my friend Anna Van Lucy, or Yep, or it's also, she has the last name Paper Clover, but she is one of my good friends. She's in my team, and she also helps me. I think she's an incredible stamper. So a lot of times I'll give her the task of helping me. And so about 2 months ago, I was like, Anna, I need some fun folds. And she sent me this one, and I was like, oh, but I need them to not be hard. And I was like, this is too hard for me. But anyway, she promised me it wasn't, and so I made it, and it's not. This is so easy, guys, and I love it. All right, so what you're gonna need for this card, though, is you're gonna need a ruler, and you're gonna need your paper trimmer. I know I had a ruler up here.
To your right.
To my right. How come I can't see it?
It's clear.
I know, but I don't see it. Maybe I shove it aside. Oh, there we go. I did. Okay, you need a ruler because you're going to do a little bit of measuring. And obviously you could actually use grid paper or you could use your trimmer too. All right, so the first thing you're going to do, you want to take a pencil. I don't have a pencil, so I'm gonna use a little pen. Is you are going to measure, so you're gonna fold your card in half, and on, the part that's not folded, the open part, you're gonna measure at 2 3/4. So basically you're gonna measure this in half. So just make a little mark at the 2 3/4 inch mark. And then on both sides, you are going to mark it at 2 1/8. Again, that's in half. So mark it at 2 1/8. You probably would want to use a pencil in case you need to erase it. And then this again is 2 1/8. So it's just in those middle parts. Do you know what? I think it might be easier if I show you the finished card, because then you'll know what you're making. Okay, so this is our first fun fold. I'll show you this one. This is in a different, I said love and wishes to you. So it's great for birthday, great for really any occasion. And I use a different piece of paper from the Garden Walk paper. Isn't that what this is called? What's this called? Garden Walk. Good job, Rhonda's memory. It doesn't always work very well. So Garden Walk paper. And so I wanted a more springy feel, so I could show you that this stamp set can be used for spring. I use the Paper Florist dies. Those of you who know me, I love the Paper Florist. I just did a camp, and I just shipped it out today. So those of you who ordered the Paper Florist camp, stay tuned. It is getting shipped out, priority shipping today. Anyway, so here's the front of the card, and then this is how it opens. Can you see? This is the one I looked at, and I was like, that's too hard. I can't do it. But it's actually quite simple. So let me show you. This is the card we're going to make. All right, so you've done your markings where you did 2 3/4, 2 1/8, 2 1/8. So what I'm going to do is we need to score, because we're going to do a little bit of folding. But folding is always easier when you score first. So on your scoring tool, yes, Paper Florist camp's coming out. You're going to line up the mark at the 2 3/4 and then just the top corner here. And you're going to line those up and you're going to score, okay? And then same thing on the other side. You're gonna line up the 2 3/4 mark and then the top here. All right, you're just gonna line those up and then you're going to score. Okay, so you can't probably see, but there's score marks here and here. Now the next one, we gotta do 2 more score marks. The next one, we are gonna score from that same 2 3/4 inch mark there, and we're gonna score now to the 2 1/8. So you're going to go right from that same spot, but instead you're going to go to the 2 1/8. And then score. Do you guys know how awesome Nancy is? Look at, she labels everything. She even labels that I have the score tool on both sides, because you know what? How many times do you cut when you're supposed to score? So it really helps me. The words help me better than the color. It alerts me that that's my scoring tool or that's my cutting. But anyway, I just think I love, she labels everything, but it's really very helpful. Okay, so this is the other side. We're gonna go from the middle point to the other middle point, and we're gonna score. All right, so this card actually takes very little supplies, which I love too, and it's just all about kind of scoring and folding. All right, so now you need to take your bone folder and you need to make sure you're going to get really good creases. So you're just gonna fold that in and then fold this out. And it creates this really neat kind of like arrow. So and do the same thing on this side. This, I think, again, it makes a really great birthday card, celebratory card, I think especially for maybe the men in your life. Now, the card that I showed you is feminine, but this would be really good, like if you wanted to make it in the more masculine tones. And it could, I think, a man or that men type mentality, they love to be able to create neat things. And it kind of looks like a paper airplane a little bit, so I think that they would love it. All right, so there is where we're at. That's how we get that front of it. Now you need to take your designer series paper and pick your piece that you want. This one's going to be Christmas, so I'm using the Christmas sheet that has a poinsettia on it. If you don't want yours to be Christmas, then pick a different sheet. And this is going to get cut to 4 inches by 5 1/4. All right, so now on this one, we need to find the middle point again. So you just can go ahead and line that up and then just find your 2 3/4 and then you're going to just mark it. So just find, it's actually not 2 3/4. Yeah, I think. Nope, it's not 2 3/4 because that would be half of 5 1/2. I wrote it all down, but then I don't need to write that down. That's easy. You're actually going to mark it at 2 5/8. That's the halfway point. 2 5/8. All right. So at the 2 5/8 mark that you did there, and then the corner, sorry if you guys already marked it, but it's darker paper, you can't see anyway. Then you're going to slice that, and then you do the same thing on the other side, down to the other corner. Just like that. There you go, perfect. So those are the same size. Yep, that was right. 2 5/8 is your little point there. All right, now we're just gonna go ahead and glue these down. Make sure you put glue up there on the little tabs too. So these get glued down to the inside of your card. Oh, and this one gets glued down to this inside. And those like middle points will actually line up perfectly right there if you did it correctly. Like that. And then this other piece just fits right up here perfectly, like that. And see, it all measures perfect, and you didn't have to even do anything too tricky. And that gets lined right here perfectly, just like that. Now you can glue, you glue all of the folds down, so that way they're not like flapping all over the place. There you go, like that. And then this one. How many of you have ever seen this fold before? I've been doing this for 22 years, maybe 23 years. I've been doing this a long time, and I've never seen this fold. This was a new one to me. I love it when I can find new fun things. So there's the front of our card. Let's do our stamping. We have a Nested Essentials die, and then I'm using Poppy Parade ink, and I'm using Garden Green ink. And I'm going to take our words, Merry Christmas. This is going to be a Christmas one. Let's see here. Let me look at mine. Okay, so it's the cursive Christmas. It's going to be done in the Poppy Parade. And the arrow fold, yep. I'm sorry that this will be stamping backwards. I thought I hit that right button. I don't know what happened. So I know it's frustrating when you're watching it backwards. But so stamp your Christmas there in Poppy Parade. And then I'm going to switch to my Merry, the more bold, like the bold font of the Merry, because it has both. And then that I'm going to stamp with Garden Green, and I have a little scrap piece of paper here. So make sure you got it inked up good. That's why we love our photopolymer stamps. All right, and you're just gonna stamp it off, and then I'll stamp it right there. So isn't that stamp set so cool how you can layer the words like that? So like again, here is, I don't know, where's the sample one I just did? Oh, I'm hiding it, hiding everything. So for this one that I did the Love and Wishes to You. I stamped that in Poppy Parade, and then Flirty Flamingo stamped off a little bit. So, all right, let's put this away and finish up our card real quick. I did use that paper florist again, and they have these little flowers in there that I think when you layer them, they look just like a poinsettia. So even in the paper florist stamp camp that we did, I did a Christmas card there too that looked like a poinsettia. Had 3 poinsettias in it. All right, so we're going to, I'm gonna cover up my stamp pads because we know we don't want Ronda to get ink everywhere because she can definitely do that. Take some dimensionals and put a few of them back here. All right. I can't wait to see what you guys make. That's always my favorite. And see, that's gonna get layered right on here. And then I'm going to do the next one, and that, so one of the things that I included, and I'm gonna use, and if you took the craft along kit, it was in there. But if you are going to get this class for free, so when you get this class, when you place your order, you're gonna get all the cardstock, the paper, the ribbon, everything provided for you. What I don't put in there is whatever dots we're using, because they're just it's too tedious. But if your order goes over $50, then I include these for free, and you get all of them, the entire container. So these are called loose frosted dots, and they, again, are on an online exclusive. They were, when they first came out, they sold out right away, and they were gone for a while. So I figured a lot of you might not have gotten them, and now you might have forgotten about them. So they are loose frosted dots, so I just put a little bit of glue where I want them to go. And then I take my little pick tool, and they have all sizes. So I'm gonna take that one and put it right there in the middle of my poinsettia, just like that. So that just finishes it off perfectly. So I'm gonna save these because we're gonna use more of these later. But there's our card number 1. Here is our kind of a different variation of it using the same products, just so you can see that you can make it in all different kinds of supplies. All right, our next card is, let's use one that still uses that same stamp set. Let's do that. Okay. You're going to want your envelope, for those of you who are, that got the craft along kit. You're gonna need to pick, a couple pieces of designer series paper. The ones that I picked were this pattern right here. And your tutorial will probably even have a different pattern. That's kind of the cool part, is that you can use whatever pattern that you like the best. And then the other one, I want to pick a coordinating one. That's actually not too bad. I could pick that, but there was another one I liked too. I thought I pulled it out, but I might not have. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just go with that one. Oh, here it is. This is the pattern I wanted to use. I love this Lost Lagoon. Look at that. This is like my favorite color combination. Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, and then pops of Poppy Parade and Calypso Coral. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful one? I think so. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to, this is the pieces that you need. So if you got the craft along kit and you want to pull it out, or obviously if you were watching the video, this is the one that the replay. So it's a piece of Calypso Coral. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. A piece of basic white. That's 4 by 5 1/4. And then we have a piece of white that is 2 1/8 by 4 1/4. And we need to score this. So get out your little scoring tool. And we are going to score this at 1/2 inch. So at 1/2. And then I just kind of switch it over. So 1/2 and then at 2 3/8. So 2, I always do it 2 1/4 and then one more line. So 2 3/8 is the other place of where you're going to score. And then you're just gonna go ahead and fold there. All right, let's go ahead and I always kind of want to show you a little bit of the cards so you kind of know what you're making. And then you have a piece of garden green that's 2 1/8 by 3 7/8. So that's what's in your, and you obviously have this little, label, and then we have a calypso coral heart. All right, so let's dive in and put our card together. So the first thing you want to do is take your more patterned piece of designer series paper, and we are going to cut that at 3 7/8. These are some little funky measurements. 3 7/8 by 2 15/16. So just shorter than 3. So again, when you purchase this class, guys, I give you the step-by-step directions and measurements and all of that. So you'll be able to have all of that. And then you need one more piece, and I'm gonna go one that's just a complementary color. And that piece is going to be 2 1/8 by 3 7/8. That's the same measurement as that garden green piece. All right, I just love this color combination. It's definitely one of my favorites. All right, take your piece of white and just glue it down to your calypso coral. One of the ribbon that we used was out of the mini catalog, and it's still available, but only for a short period of time. I really like it. Obviously, calypso coral is a color you can use year round, but it's more of a twine. It's a braided linen trim. So it's nice and soft too. All right, this piece here that you cut is going to go over on the one side, like that. Your other piece, I want the other side showing, is actually gonna go just right on top of this garden green. The garden green just makes it a little bit, and you could use a Lost Lagoon piece too. I'll show you why it's garden green, because the sample used garden green. But I wanted to show you guys something a little different. All right, now your piece of white that you made. So again, the piece of white was 2 1/8 by 4 1/4, and then we scored it at 1/2 and then 2 3/8. And so what you're going to do is on this tab up here, you're going to put your glue. And definitely you want to use like Stampin' Seal Plus or your green glue, something that gives you a really good hold. And so then you are going to take this up at the very tippy top. You are going to, well, not at the very tippy top. You want to give a little bit of a border. Can you see where I'm putting that? And then I'm gluing down that tab, just like that. See? You see where I glued down that tab? So once that tab is done, then on you're gonna actually fold it back the other direction, like that. So you want it to kind of look kind of just like that. Okay, so now you're gonna put glue on this piece that's facing you, like that. There's a hair on there, it's bugging me. Now, this piece should be fit perfectly. If you measured it all right, it should fit perfectly right over there. See? That's what we've done. This is a neat card to give, obviously, to like a birthday or anything, because it's almost like it's a little bit of a home decor piece. Like they can use it and they're gonna pop it up. So we ran you through a radiating stitches heart with calypso coral, and that's gonna go on the inside of your card, just right down here at the bottom. We have another Nested Essentials label. This one's kind of looks like a banner. Let's go to our stamp set. We're using that same stamp set, More Wishes, and we're going to use the Love You. But I'm going to use like the bold love and do that one. And then I'm going to do the more cursive-y you. So it says love. Oh, that says you. That says your. No, that says year. Well, I almost love year. I almost screwed that up. Okay, make sure you have the you. There you go. Love you. It's all right if you screwed up. It's paper crafting. So the good part about it is that it's a piece of paper. It's not like you're working on some masterpiece that if you mess up, you can't replace it. All right, take your Calypso Coral stamp pad and stamp that Love You. Again, I'm sorry it's backwards. Yes, if you order the class, you will get step-by-step directions on all of these. And also, for those of you who did the craft along, you guys will all be sent the same tutorial too. And it's also on Creative Corner. So if you are one of my Creative Corner members, I put all my tutorials on there as well. All right, so we'll stamp that Love You. That will get put on there with some dimensionals. This is a super cute one. I can't wait to see all of your guys' variations. Again, just this paper pack is very versatile. So I just put that Love You on there. And let's take some of this Calypso Coral thread, the braided trim. I'm gonna wrap it around a couple times. Well, no, we're gonna wrap it around once. Those of you who got the craft along kit, you can wrap it around 5 times if you want to. You guys got the whole bolt of ribbon. There you go. So it's gonna trim that off there. This braided trim really does lay very nicely. It ties nicely. Sometimes it's kind of stiff. This is not. But Calypso Coral goes really good with a lot of different color combinations. Wait till you see the sample I'm gonna show you. This paper here will be different than your tutorial. So I wanted to show you just a couple different variations on all of them just by, there you go. It's not on Creative Corner yet. No, it's not. Michelle, I will always do this first and then I'll put it on Creative Corner afterwards. So it's not there yet. But it will be soon. The tutorial is almost done. We just have to probably just add one more card to it, which is the next card. But we'll put it on there too. And everybody who ordered the craft along and everybody who places an order to get the class for free, you'll also have it too. So there you go. This is card number 2. Obviously when you mail it, it comes just like this, but oh, wait a minute, we're not done yet. We're gonna put a couple of the frosted dots on here. All right, oh, we're gonna put some of the pink. I need a little bit of glue. And again, this is where you, the pink, and there's like a yellow, and there's like the pretty peacock. I actually think the pretty peacock is gonna go really pretty with this. So I'm just gonna sprinkle on a couple of these. I just will kind of put the glue where I want it to go. And then I'm gonna put a couple of them over here. Let's put our glue. You're gonna go ahead and come in here and get your dots and put them down there, and hopefully they'll stay. And let's do a small one. I want a little one. It's gonna go there. And you could put some pink ones if you want to too, but I really love this pretty peacock and how it matches those. Oh, there's the one I want. It's stuck to my finger. There we go. There. And I got one more. There's like these little, I want one of the little ones. If you don't have a take a pick tool, that's like the first thing I always have people get is you need a take a pick tool. And I just put that on upside down. Let's see if I can get it right side up. It would be better if I didn't. See, this is why green glue and I are just not the best of friends. it really, actually, we should be best friends because it wants to stick to me all the time. There you go. So I just added a few of the frosted dots to the card, and then there you go. But so you send it to somebody, they get to sit there like that. Isn't that so cool? Again, people always ask me, what's the name of that fold, Rhonda? And I'm like, I don't know. I think I'll call this, I like to make up the names. This is a side easel card. That's what we're gonna call this. And there's not a dictionary that tells you like what they're supposed to be called, right? They're like, we all just make up our own names. So we're gonna call this one a side easel card. All right, and this one I think I love, and again, great for like Christmas, and you could even put like a family picture over here if you wanted to do it for like a Christmas card for next year, or if you still are working on your Christmas cards, you could do it this year too. All right, the last card we're going to do is gonna be using that other bundle. This is the Irresistible Blooms bundle, and oh, I didn't show you, this is the sample of the one that I copied. The original one. See, it's garden green and calypso coral, and again, a little bit more shades of pink. And there is that as well. But you can see, and I have the same exact supplies, but I use a little bit more of that Lost Lagoon and pretty. I know the words are backwards. You must have just joined in, Tammy, and that's okay. There's a button you're supposed to push before you start the live, and I did push it. I'm just thinking I actually pushed it twice. And so, because it flips everything, but for some reason, the words are backwards. So I apologize for that. I know it's irritating, but I can't change it unless I stop it and then start all over again. And that would be even more irritating. All right, so you're just gonna have to imagine and pretend what the words say, and I'll tell you. All right, we're gonna be using the Irresistible Blooms bundle. And this card is a sweet little card. Sometimes just doing things a little differently makes all the difference when you receive something. So this one is a very unique. It is unique because it's going to be a little 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 card. So I got little different pieces over here that will go. Okay. So we're going to start off with a piece of Pretty Peacock, and and it's 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, and we are going to fold this in half. It's hard sometimes to think out of the box. Like we always wanted to do the same thing every time. And a lot of times it's just changing, just very small things make sometimes the biggest difference. All right, on the inside of this, we are going to glue down a piece of our basic white, that's 4 by 4. There you go. Right there on the inside. And then you have another strip of Pretty Peacock that is 1 1/4 by 8 1/2. And what you want to do is, you don't even need to score it, but you want to fold this in half. This is the easy way without even having to score. So you're just going to fold that in half, and then on one of the sides you're going to fold it in half again. I like to do it this way because then I know I get it perfect. Sometimes when I score, I'm not perfect. That way it's perfect. So just fold it in half and you fold it in half again. Before I assemble this, you're going to cut your designer series paper. And I am using the Irresistible Blooms. So you can pick, there's so many different patterns that are just gorgeous in this. Like, I love so many of these patterns. If you want to make yours in shades of coral and pink, you can do that. If you want to make it in shades of the Pretty Peacock, that's what I'm doing, then you can copy exactly like this. I'll show you a couple different another variation as well. So the next thing I'm going to do is, again, I'm just going to fold. You could score it too, but sometimes, again, it's simple. This one is just a little bit of folding. So I'm just going to fold this back on itself with a simple, they call this the Z fold. So these are our little skeleton pieces. Fun folds always kind of have like a little bit of a skeleton piece to it, right? Your designer series paper, I did cut these ahead of time. I was not going to do that, but I did. You're going to cut 2 pieces, and you're going to cut it at, let's see, 2 2 by 4. Let's see if that's correct. Yep. There you go. So it's 1 7/8 by 4. So 1 7/8 by 4, and you're gonna cut two of those pieces, and you can choose whichever ones you want to. If you got the craft along kit, I actually sent you a sheet of all of them, so you can pick which one that you want to. So I'm gonna put more of this flowery looking one on the outside, and put that one there. And then on the inside flap, I'm gonna put this one that is kind of just more of a pattern. There you go. I'm so grateful Stampin' Up! Brought back Pretty Peacock. So grateful. So there's those pieces of designer series paper. The next little step is that you need to cut a couple more pieces of designer series paper. There are 3 of them. Let's see here. Yep, there is 1, 2, 3. There are 3 of them that are 1 inch. Yep, they're 1 inch by 1 7/8. So you can, and this piece, I chose this piece because it's also very, like, both sides look good. So you need 3 of them, and they are 1 inch by 1 7/8. So on this piece here, on the outside, and actually you probably could have made one longer, but I'm gonna put one here. And I'll do another one right next to it. And then on this inside piece, I'll do another one. And you can, I'm gonna flip it just because I like the other side too. And that's gonna go here. There you go. And now we can glue this down. So you wanna put glue on this one flap here. And then I put just a little bit of glue on the front flap here. So let's go to our little skeleton piece. And you could actually, I just take this right here and we're going to glue it down, and it's gonna go right to the edge, like that. And then I just fold this one in, and then this gets folded right over. You see that? So now when you open it, it looks like that. All right, so now we get to decorate. The first thing I'm gonna use to decorate is I cut one more piece of basic white, same measurement, 1 by 1 7/8, and we're going to take the irresistible blooms. You can do the thank you, hello, hooray, it's your day, I like you, I like that one, I like you. But I'm gonna do the hooray, it's your day, and we're going to take the Pretty Peacock stamp pad, and we're going to get a block, and we're going to just stamp that on here. Because I know it's backwards, it says, hooray, it's your day, just in case you can't read it. All right, lots of you are just joining me now, so this is our 3rd of our fun folds. You can go back and watch the other 2, and then I'm gonna be doing 3 more next Thursday, so 2 of them. For the first time, if you place your order, to get this card, to get the class sent to you, you just have to place your online order with me in my online store, and I'll put the link in this description and the host code and all of that, or I also emailed it out today. Anyway, if you place your order, I will send you both classes for free, so it's a total of 6 fun fold cards. If your order goes over $50, then I'll throw in the frosted loose dots, and if you put your order in today and it's over $75, Stampin' Up's gonna give you free shipping. All right, the next thing I did is I took this piece of the designer series paper, and Hello Irresistible has this set of dies. It's really awesome. I love this one. It cuts out just this really neat circle where you can stamp on the inside. It has leaves. It cuts out the stamped images, and it cuts out images out of the paper. Plus it has this really neat like bubble look that goes down the card. Anyway, so I went ahead and took, I left it on here to show you. So what I do is I find the flowers that it matches and I line it up, and then I put a piece of washi tape to hold it in place so that it stays in place. So that's how I did that. And I did the bigger flower and I did the smaller flower. So there's enough for you to be able to get, you know, probably 8 or 9 flowers out of a sheet. So you can get several of them. So I left that there just to show you what I did. For those of you who are doing the craft along, I know it's going to take you a little bit longer to do that, but I did it ahead of time just to make it go a little bit faster today. All right, so there's the Irresistible Blooms dies if you don't already own them. Again, you can use a different set of dies if you want to. So we're going to take our little flower. I ran through these 2 flowers, and then I also just have a couple leaves here, and I'm just going to build this up like a little bouquet. Just gonna take my leaves. These I ran through with the pretty peacock, and put my two leaves together, and then I'm actually going to take my one flower, my bigger flower, and I'm going to glue that down to the front of the card. So it's right. Let's probably do like that. And put it there. And then I'm going to take the smaller of them, again with my little leaves. I'm going to stick them, you guys can see that. I'm going to stick them on here and grab a couple dimensionals. And put that just right down here. There you go. So there's the card front, and you open it up and it says, hooray, it's your day. This is a 4x4 card. Oh, last but not least, I'm gonna sprinkle on just a couple of these frosted dots here at the front. I'm actually gonna sprinkle on 3. Do a little grouping of 3. 1, just put a little bit of your glue to, whoops, that was a little bit too much probably. That's why it doesn't always like me. I'm a little heavy-handed with the glue. I'm not near as patient enough. So we're gonna do a pretty peacock. And then there's some really pretty of the yellow ones in there. Stay, stay, stay. Patience has also never been my virtue. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not very patient. I work on it, I really do. I know it's a fault of mine. There we go. Well, I wanted a medium size. Well, we'll do a little one. But that's my big blob of glue, so I need the medium. There we go. Luckily, this glue dries clear if you get a little bit much like I did right there. It's just gonna make it so I can't pull it off of there. There we go. All right, so sprinkle on a few of those loose gems. Oh, thank you for the hearts, I love them. So obviously this month's online classes, I wanted to do something different that's not Christmassy because you know what, we have a new year fast approaching, and then here's our, and what I was gonna tell you was this fits perfectly in an envelope, and you can just mail it out in a regular size envelope. You don't need a special envelope. Here's the one that I used to copy. I actually don't know who made this. There wasn't a name on the back. This was a swap I got when I went on my $1 million or $2 million trip back in March. Like I told you, I hold on to my swap cards all the time. So that's typically how I create my swap cards, is I get inspired by ones that I get from a friend. So I wish I could give credit to somebody, but there is no name on it. And then, so if you missed the other cards, first of all, tell me which one's your favorite. I love that. There are 3 of them, and they're sweet and simple. I hope you've loved them. And today I ran more like a craft along, so people had bought the kits ahead of time, but now it's turned over to anybody can get the kits. You just have to place your online order in my store, in my online store. And you have to do that by the 23rd. And then you will get not just today's class for free, but also next week's class for free. So there's gonna be 6 cards that will get sent to you. But here was our first card that we did. Isn't that so cool? the arrow fold. And then I showed it to you in this version too. Okay, which one's your favorite? The last one is my favorite. So, and then the other one we did was this one. It's like they call it a side easel card. There you go. So they're also fun. They're all simple and fun. And this one we put a few of the frosted dots on. Again, here's another variation of that one. Again, it goes like this. Hello. Number 2. That was number 2. That was Jean's favorite. Jennifer doesn't like to pick a favorite. And then card number 3 was this adorable little 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 card that, again, makes it so special. Just like that. You can just write a little message on there. There you go. I hope you guys enjoyed today. Make sure to join me next Thursday, same time, same place. And I'll be doing 3 more fun fold cards, and you guys can all watch for free. Again, but if you place an order, and you can order anything you want. You can use what I used today. You can buy cardstock. You can buy anything that you love. But if you place that order with me in my online store, then I will send you all the cards for free. So the only thing I do not send is the frosted dots. But if your order goes over $50, then I'll throw those in for free too. So thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you so much. Make sure that if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching that replay. Again, anybody who places that online order, if you're watching it live or the replay, and you just do it before December 23rd, then I will still send you these kits for free. Obviously, if you're in the United States, I can't ship out of the country. All right, you guys have an awesome rest of your week, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye.